Gents, it's absolutely time to revisit this map. It's been updated. There's so many changes to go through. There's a new resource that I do want to cover. Apparently there's a pick phase, so apparently we could reroll. Do I want to reroll this? Yes, I do. I wasn't able to. Wait a second. I have to, bro. Bro, I have a second builder? Mercenary trader. No freaking way. Is this real life? Guys, I love how the map developer keeps innovating all the freaking time. It just keeps the game so fresh. And it feels like such a blast to come back to. So I am excited to go over all the changes. This is my first official lookout and experience of this game. So I'm not sure what to expect. You guys will be as surprised as I am. And I'm going to try my best to cover basically everything that is going to be going on. Going tier 3, 2 mines. Same. A lot of mines. It doesn't change the fact that you have to go for full-on gold mines. Guys, so apparently we have a mercenary trader. So hire branded warriors. Huntsman, guardian, Deathsworn. So all of these are basically mercenaries that we will try our best to cover as best as we can. We're going to be scouting through basically all the structures, see if there's anything else that is new, but from what I'm seeing, it's basically the same, but just this character has been added with a new resources, which is crystals. Is it me, or I don't know about you guys, but have you guys been having a hard time just focusing in general? Feels like social media and everything has such a big toll on our kind of like focus in general. I've been experiencing this a lot lately. Oh, we got Death Knight. That's huge. Oh my god, I'm so happy about that. Let's get Death Knight in the mix. I want to get a couple tribesmen. But yeah, I've been having a hard time. Not only that, like during the weekends, you know what's funny? Like not only is focusing difficult, like I can't even stay and kind of like edit videos anymore. It's so difficult for me. Like all I'm trying to do is kind of like find alternatives to make editing faster. Is there like an AI that could kind of like cut the videos for me and I don't have to worry too much about anything? Like that's basically what I'm trying to do all the time. And I'm not like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to find shortcuts and not kind of like enjoy it for what it is, right? I'm basically trying to find an easier way to do things. And funny enough, also on the weekends, like I'm having a hard time not doing anything. Like it's impossible for me to like stay put as well. I digress. I'm not even sure what I was trying to do there. What was I trying to explain? But I'm excited about this one. So we got a couple extra branded warriors. Apparently these bad boys explode on death, which kind of excited to kind of see. So you do have an extra currency, crystals, and apparently you get 90 crystals per minute after 2 minutes of game time. So it's kind of like currency that you get a little bit later, allows you to kind of like get additional tech units. So as you tech up, you can actually get some better ones. So I went for 2 of these branded warriors, which seems to be a pretty good idea because they do explode on death. They have quite a bit of a big HP pool. And yeah, you can't really go wrong with it, to be honest. So one of the things I'm thinking is probably going for maybe, let's go for 1 raider. Because one of the things I've noticed is that our opponents are going for frostworms. So getting this not only chance to pillage, but also ensnare is going to be really good because it's going to allow my ghouls to shred through these frostworms, which I'm going to be going at least for 2. I'm basically matching the amount of frostworms that are on the map. I could even get 2 1-1 upgrades. Can't be bad. I'm going to do a pretty good amount of damage. I'm also, don't forget, I'm constantly coiling the counter, the other DH. So it's like flat 200 damage, 250 damage, which is huge. And my headhunters are ripping through those frostworms, which is really, really good. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this is going to go. DK is doing it pretty good. I mean, Death Knight is arguably one of the best heroes to get early on. I think he's among the top to get as a tier 2 hero. But even as first, I would argue is really strong too, because you have the ability to Death Coil. Even Death Pact is good because it gives you 100% of the undead HP back, which I guess cannot be bad. So going for a couple of these ghouls and having Death Pact is also solid. The reason why I went for Death Coil is because I can actually coil our teammate here, which is what I was pretty much aiming to do. You guys already know I'm going to be going for a 4th gold mine just because it wouldn't be a Vimp video without a 4th gold mine. We're dominating at the moment, so I'm not too worried. But what I really want to do is definitely go for one of these bad boys, Druid of Claw. Because Druid of the Claw is going to cast Roar on literally all of my units. And it's going to give it all the units 25% increase damage to all my units, which is insane. So as you can see, we got the branded warriors, which are kind of the extra mercenaries. They have 4 times the amount of HP. The damage pretty similar, to say the least, but they also have the effect of like dying on explosion on death. Curious to see how this is gonna go. We should do pretty good here handling the frost worms, just because we have raiders. As you see, we're ensnaring the targets, and ghouls are taking out the frost worms just fine. So here I'm honestly debating to go for Death Pact. I don't think it would be a bad idea. My HP pool is super high. Or maybe Aura would have been good. Yeah, unfortunately I go down. Kind of want to... Maybe I should drop a couple of these ghouls back. Is there any other undead units? I mean, a gargoyle could work. So I might actually go for a couple gargs. To guarantee the fact that I do get this Death Pact conversion activated. Granted, I was underneath Fortress, so that's why I took a little bit more DPS than expected. I do want to explore some of these extra mercenary units. Maybe go for these ones. 2 minutes of death time. Let's see what these do. Yeah, so the thing is, purple is dealing with this guy quite well. Our opponent is going to start stacking a couple of these Frostworms, but truthfully, the fact that we did get our Berserker upgraded, they do have medium armor, so I think Frostworms do normal damage, or they still do magic damage. If they do magic damage, these units are taking significant less amount of damage. So I did tech up, and it's going to allow us to go for the last tier Death Sworn, which I'm very excited to give this a shot. These look really strong. So essentially, these basically eat corpses and apparently gain life by doing that. So I guess it could be good paired up with a meat wagon, which actually drops corpses. But also has resistant skin, which is also good. And whenever it gets killed, it also returns magic damage onto its attacker. So I might actually consider just flat out getting as many of these mercenaries as possible because of their resistant skin. So yeah, that's the angle. I might also go for 1 belt of giant strength on my DK because I do want to keep this bad boy alive as long as possible. We'll try 1 of each just to see what they do. Deals damage equal to 75%. Oh wow, and it has a chance to stun. That's actually really solid. I could also go for Shackle when I think about it. This is like an automatic counter to Frostworms, by the way. I basically have units to perfectly counter my counterpart here. Ooh, okay. So what I think, I need anti-air. So I'm going to start queuing up a couple more Berserkers. I could also go for, like, honestly, everything wins at this point. You know what I mean? This is what's funny about this. Look at that. Beautiful coil onto our teammates. So this guy went for heavy items on Crypt Lord, and I basically can constantly heal him with the Death Coil. And not only that, the passive regeneration from Unholy Aura is phenomenal here. I do want to level up Coil because I want to be able to coil our Crypt Lord as best as we can. I'm placed in the front, so what's cool about this specific scenario is that our opponent, or teammate, sorry, actually is building back. And that essentially means that he's going to be fighting a little bit later, his counterpart, and that allows me to kind of reinforce a little bit faster. With, not only that, with my bonus movement speed coming in from the Unholy Aura. So I'm putting a couple of these ghouls in the back in the hopes that I actually keep them alive, so my Death Knight can actually use Death Pact. What else do I want to do? I do want to use my gold. That's the important thing. So getting a couple Gargs. I'll get 2. And what else can I get? I do want to start getting a couple Sorks. I think Sorks would be good. Anything, honestly, anything wins. So I might go for, you know what? Let's go for a couple of these bad boys. Hippogriffs Riders. Either Frostworms are good or Hippogriffs Riders. I always play Frostworms, so someone in the comments last time did mention that I wasn't building Frostworms when I had so much gold. And truthfully, I kind of want to play something else. So let's play Hippogriffs Riders. Those are pretty good. They're also going to be doing massive amount of damage to light armored units, which seems to be the case for most of our opponents. And let's go for Stone Form. Stone Form is going to be really good. Yo, these guys keep complaining how I play, man. The thing is, when you get to higher level lobbies like these, I'm surprised I'm this amount of... I have close to 1800 elo. This is insane. When you play with like 2k elo players, these guys are so freaking filthy tryhards, and they complain on literally everything that I do. It's insane. Bro, just play the game, have fun, man. What's happening here? I haven't even noticed this unit in action. I wish I was spending a little bit more time checking that out, to be honest. What else can we do? Let's drop a couple of these ghouls in the back. I do want to start getting a beefier front line, to be honest. You could argue that these ghouls are kind of feeding, to be honest. Anything else we want? A couple more DPS units can be good. I do have a lot of berserkers. My backline is insanely strong. I do not have any casters. I mean, I could go for Sorks just for polymorph invisibility and whatnot. The thing that I'm curious about is, do our opponents have Banshees? Because if they do, I'm not able to go for Taurens, unfortunately. One thing I really want to do is actually get a little bit of more of a front line. It seems like our teammates are building the Ursine Warriors. These seem pretty good because they have chaos damage and quite a bit of HP. Wow, that's insane. Bro, this guy, his level 7. Wow. Let's get the marksmanship, because this will allow basically all of our Hippogriff Riders to get a little bit more extra damage. Let's get basically Aura level 2 at the moment. Aura level 2 is going to increase our regeneration and movement speed by quite a bit. It goes from 7% to 15%. Obviously very good. Bro, I almost coiled this paladin to death. I'm constantly fighting underneath Fortress, which is a little bit unfortunate. So one thing we need to think about is our opponent is going for Heavy Dread of the Claw. Evokers. What the hell is this? Excuse me? Where did they get the Evokers from? Obsidian statue. That's a really nit. Is this just a priest? I don't get where is this from? Oh, no way. There's 16 mercs and you ran them for each game. No way. I actually didn't know that. Okay. Let's get 2 armor and 2 damage. So you basically ran them from 6 mercs. That's incredible. It makes the game so much more fun to play because the replayability is insane. Here we go. We're going to be getting a little bit of pillage gold. Just why the hell not? So we built a Ursine Warrior that drops a Shamanic Totem, and essentially it acts as a little bit like the flare from the Fairy Dragon. So any sort of magic damage that is being used, the Shamanic Totem will deal damage back to them, which is good. Yeah, look at the items on this Crypt Lord level. I mean, this thing never freaking dies. The problem is once we control middle for too long and we get away with like 4 gold mines, it's basically guaranteed over. Yeah, I don't think this type of game I'm going to be uploading on the main channel, just because I feel like it was just a little bit too easy. But at least we got the gist of how we use what's it called, the new crystals, which I might try to do a separate video or something like that for the channel. We'll see how it goes. Sorks are going to be pretty good for invisibility for obvious reasons. Anything else we want? I mean, look at this guy. 500 health, heavy armor, Death Sworn. Yeah, that's really strong. Bro, I had to say that, to be honest. It's so annoying. This guy always has something to say. Jesus Christ, man. Look at that. The invulnerable tier 6 units. That's incredible. Oh, it's actually a legit strategy of going for rings on Paladin because he regens a lot during invulnerability. That actually looks pretty good. On top of it, if you actually have a healing totem, that could be good. Anything else we want? At this point, just use the mana. We want to kind of close out the game. I'll go for a couple demolishers. I should probably be getting a... Yeah, a couple demolishers wouldn't be too bad. Just to close out the game, I think that would be good. Like so. That's fine. 2 demolishers should be fine to close out the game. Could also get invisibility. Oh, this guy went for aura. Yeah, purple is doing a pretty good job here. You have to give it to him. He's obviously very good, but he's just... that nerd in class that basically asked to review the homework. You know what I mean? Asked the teacher to review the homework, basically. You know what I mean? That's the type of kid we're dealing with here. Look at that. Beautiful. Animate death. And that should be game ending. GG. Let's freaking go, man. Let's freaking go. Let's see the end screen.